After the Kirin Tor killed Aishiel, we thought we had seen the last of him. But a few of his followers declared him yet alive, and went throughout all of Azeroth telling of all the Creator's works which were done. Had I but known what would follow. Day by day their numbers grew, and some of the Kirin Tor were even drawn away to the point that they burned their magic books and chose to follow Aishiel. Lord Ronan commanded the followers of Aishiel not to speak in his name, but they did so all the more. Finally, the Kirin Tor took one of them and beat him to death, and as he died he called out to Aishiel to forgive them.
Lord, lay not this sin to their charge.
I witnessed that event, and was shocked at how much this new cult was willing to suffer for what they believed. Therefore I resolved to never be deceived by them. Their doctrine was as bad as that of the Scourge. I went throughout Dalaran and gathered as many of the followers of Aishiel as I could find, and locked them in the hold, so that they could not infect all of Azeroth with their new doctrine. But by some means they escaped and fled to Westfall, where they began to share the story of Aishiel again. Therefore I asked King Ronan to send me with a company of his Violet Hold guards to ask the aid of King Varian of Stormwind, that I might capture the followers of Aishiel and bring them back to Dalaran to be punished. Saul of Shattrath, why do you persecute me?
Who are you, my lord?
I am Aishiel, whom you are persecuting.
I didn't know. Forgive me.
From that day on, my life was never the same, for Aishiel opened my eyes to the truth, and revealed to me that I would bear his name before both the Alliance and before the Horde, before kings and before my fellows in many lands. I met with the followers of Aishiel, and at first they did not believe that I had turned to follow him whom I had sought to destroy. But Thumpgavel the dwarf took me aside and examined both my actions and my words. Then he brought me before the followers of Aishiel and declared to them that my conversion was genuine, and they received me and forgave me beyond measure. Afterwards I stood before King Varian and the nobles of Stormwind, and declared unto them all that had happened to me, and that Aishiel is the Creator. And I spoke of the sin of the works of magic, and of the world tree, which was planted by the Creator long ago, that the sacrifice of Aishiel should bring many to righteousness through his blood. And behold, there were some of the Horde present, who heard and believed. But King Varian and his nobles were filled with envy, and spake against those things which I declared unto them.
Don't be deceived, people of Azeroth. It is magic that holds our world together. If this Aishiel were alive, surely he would come himself and speak to us. And if the Creator was against magic, surely he would not receive the Horde, for there are more warlocks among the Horde than there are among the Alliance.
It was necessary that the word of Aishiel should first be spoken unto you of the Alliance. But seeing you put it far from you, and care not what Aishiel suffered for you, we will go and speak these things unto the Horde, for so Aishiel said that we should speak to every creature about him. Then the nobles forced us out of Stormwind. Then Thumpgavel and I parted company, and he stayed with the followers there in Westfall, and I traveled to Durotar and told the story of Aishiel there, and some of the orcs put their faith in Aishiel.
Will Aishiel forgive my sin, even though I am not a man?
If you believe that Aishiel is the Creator come in the flesh, and you admit that you have sinned against him by using magic, and repent and turn away from your sin, and are willing to surrender your life to his leading, then I have no doubt that you will be saved, no different than any member of the Alliance.
I believe that Aishiel is the Creator, and if he will accept me, I will follow him for the rest of my life.
Over time, Dram became one of my dearest friends, and I was overjoyed to see the strength of his faith. But Garrosh Hellscream said that his faith made him weak, and ordered him to recant. But he did not know what Dram was made of. Dram died that day, but because of his witness, many more of the Horde came to faith in Aishiel.